So, sure, you can pray, but in the state you're in fear, it's unlikely the prayer will be sincere. So that's a problem. How do I get myself into a state of sincerity when I've got so much fear? So practically, what do I do? So let's say this thing here is a scale, 0 to 10, let's say. That's my scale. And this one here is another scale, 0 to 10. And this one here happens to be my fear scale, how much fear I'm in. And this one here happens to be how much desire I'm in.
And
now,
Jay, yep.
Sorry.
Are we also making these synonymous with pain and love, which was the original part of the question?
We can do, can't we? Because how much desire I'm in is going to directly be proportional to almost how much love I want to express. How much fear I'm in is going to be directly proportional to how much I don't want to act in love. How much pain and suffering I'm in. So, but if we look at desire and fear, so let's say my fear levels, and some of you have had quite hard childhoods and everything, and sometimes your fear levels are right up there, right? Right up there somewhere. So let's call it a 9 in my fear. So my fear's up there at a 9. Now, the only time I'm going to deal with something that I'm afraid of is if my desire is a 10. It's got to be higher than a 9, doesn't it? And if it's higher than a 9, then I'll probably do something, right? But if it's not higher than a 9, let's say my desire is quite high, but it's an 8. Right? Probably nothing going to happen because my fear is too high. So the question then becomes, how do I get this fear down? Isn't it? Yeah, how do I make this fear go lower? What is fear? False expectations appearing real. So fear is error. What's the opposite of error? Truth. Okay, so you could say the antidote. You could think of fear as a poison in you. And it is. It is a poison in you. And the antidote is truth. So when I'm in this level of fear, the only way to get it down is to be more humble to the truth. I need to know what the truth is. I need to find the truth about the matter. So an example of the previous example I gave, I'm afraid of telling Mary that I love her. The truth is I love her. The truth is I don't know whether she loves me or not. The truth is I don't know whether she might or might not. The truth is I'm just expecting that she won't because I'm too old. Huh? So I'm expecting that she won't. So my fear is an expectation that I've created that has no bearing on truth. It's just a place that I'm in emotionally that I just need to feel about how old I am. I need to have some feelings about what I think that feels like and looks like, and I get wrinkly and everything, and look in the mirror and let myself feel about it for a change instead of just ignoring it and acting upon it. So I need to reduce this fear. I need truth is the thing that I need to reduce this fear. So I need to start telling myself the truth. The truth is, I do love her. The truth is, I don't know how she's going to respond. The truth is, if she responds negatively, I can feel my feelings about it. They're not unbearable. I can deal with it. That's the truth. God created me to deal with it. All I need to do if she rejects me is have a cry. And I'll get through it. That's what I need to do. I need to have enough confidence in myself. I need to tell myself the truth that I can handle it. Even if I don't think I can. Even if my fear is saying, you can't handle it? What do you mean you can handle it? Of course you can't handle it. Like, you haven't cried since you were 2. How are you going to do it now when you're 50 or 60, right? But that's the fear working, right? It's not real. It's just a lie you're telling yourself to not act in desire. Truth is going to undo it. Right? Now, one thing I've noticed for myself is that it's very hard to tell yourself the truth when you like your fear. Yeah? You know? You've got to be careful that you don't fall into the pattern of liking inaction, of enjoying it, like feeling safe with it, feeling that's your life under control, because it's not under control. Right? So if I like my fear, I'm going to start to get away from telling myself the truth. So sometimes you have to tell yourself the truth that you like your fear. You like the excuse of it. Does that make sense? You like to give it as an excuse to not act. Sort of like, I could do that, but I'm too afraid. As if fear is a justified reason for taking no action. You see, most of us learnt in our childhood that, through experiences, that I feel like acting, but my mum and dad might have, given me a smack every time I acted. So I get to the stage where I go, I'm just going to get hit down if I act. And after a while you start feeling safe by not acting. So you think your fear is creating safety. So if you think your fear is creating safety, you're now thinking, my fear is good for me. You're not telling yourself the truth anymore. That's a big lie. You're telling yourself that to give yourself the illusion of comfort. Right? And fear is very insidious like this. It makes you think that, it's a good thing when it's actually a very bad thing in all circumstances. Yeah?